who, by far, in this point of your career at least, has been the toughest to date?
That is definitely Kelly Klein. She was by far the toughest I've had. She's very good at what she does, and I hate to make her sound so good. But she definitely gave me a run for my money. She's very intense. She's very strong. She's a very strong lady. You wouldn't think she had that much muscle behind her. She should be part of Makeup and Muscles. Her and I would do great. But no, she really gave me a run for my money, and she was really, really enjoyable to be in the ring with. And but definitely, she was the hardest one that I've had so far.
Welcome again to another edition of the WPN Women's Pro Wrestling Network. This is your host and commentator, Mr. Green, and the young lady walking to the ring right now is the Queen of the Southeast. Well, I was the Queen of the Southeast. Stormie Lee, she threw me off there. She's trying to get a fan who, I guess, decided to plant himself in her way. For whatever reason, he just did not want to move. Not really showing respect to the Queen as she is respecting the ring, wiping her feet. But, sometimes fans can be like that. Anyway, this is going to be quite the interesting matchup. Queen of the Southeast, one half of the Bonnie and Clyde, a power couple that reside in Florida. Of course, we had the opportunity to speak with Stormie Lee some time ago. You heard, I should say, clip of that at the top of the program. This match being presented to you by Universal Championship Wrestling. Be sure to go visit them on Facebook for all future matches, dates, and events that they have. And very good of them to present this match. This first time that we had the opportunity to catch live pretty badass Kelly Klein and also Stormie Lee. So this is the first for this channel on both ends of the spectrum. As stated before, this is not a new confrontation between the two young ladies here. Of course, that does give some sort of familiarity to both women, but who will be able to utilize that is the question. The referee just finished checking Stormie Lee out, however briefly did. Klein showing off the muscles, getting herself ready to go. In the background, Stormie Lee's getting relaxed. But do not take that the wrong way. I'm sure, despite all appearance to the contrary, he takes this match very seriously. The bell is rung, the match is underway, and you can hear her, a little bit of a chuckle there. One would have to believe that Stormie Lee has come in with a game plan in mind as they collar nibble tie-up side headlock applied by Klein. Wrenches the thing down. Has it neutralized dead center of the ring, and Lee is trying to find her way out of it. Reaching around for the wrist. Amazingly enough, was able to somewhat power her way out, but Klein rolled through, got a hammerlock. Lee is trying to convince the referee that was the result of a hair pull as the front face lock is applied. Lee is going to want to get out of this because the front face lock isn't too far away from the end of the match. For those that don't know, that is the front face guillotine, and Klein likes to apply her. Lee rolls out, top wrist lock, well not top wrist lock, but a wrist lock nonetheless, rolled through Black Klein. Reversal. The wrist lock of own. Lee is trying to hold it from getting cranked down anymore. Kelly Klein bars out the arm. Now Stormie Lee is looking for the exit. Trying to find her way to the ropes. Klein. Roll up. And not even a one count. Very quick on the escape for Stormie Lee. I was going to say Klein has been noted for most fans as just running through and number of women in the women of honor. There's another count. Is this 2 count? But she has really just turned herself into a female fighting machine. It goes for another roll-up. I mean, it just utilizes one roll through after another to apply these pinfalls. Stormie Lee is going to have to utilize a lot of her cerebral power, if you will. There she just pops Klein's neck across the ropes, turns her around, neck breaker. And just as I mentioned it, uses the middle rope to apply the neck breaker, opposed to using her shoulders, so with a little bit of wear and tear on her body. It looks like that Klein was able to come out of it. There's a little bit of frustration, but also it looks like she's got a target in mind, breaking down the body, kicking the legs, looking to destroy the vertical base. Kelly Klein, she did not go down, but perhaps the choke in the corner will. Stormie Lee applying a blatant choke in front of the referee, but far too smart to allow it to go past 5. And out at the 1 count is Klein. And here she is now. Look at Stormie Lee pointing her out to the fan base and came to fear, saying you want to fear. He's getting their opportunity to wave, and there again goes back to the leg. I would have to believe that Stormie Lee has a game plan in mind to try to break down the body of Kelly Klein, who is, as stated earlier, has been on quite the roll after 2 shoulder blocks. Comes in with a 3rd, catches her a little bit up, a little bit higher than what she did a second ago. Comes out, turns it back in. He charges, catches the turnbuckle. Now it's Klein's forearm shot, reverse elbow, clothesline with a short impact, double knees right to the upper chest. It looks like the lower jaw. Looks for the cover. 2. Yeah, look at that. She's grabbing at the mouth. Amazingly, Stormie Lee was able to come out of it, and there's a rake of the eyes and a hair pull. I guess you just heard the fan out there, and the hair and the eyes. It was blatant, but like I said before, she's too smart to allow herself to be disqualified. She's wrenching down on the neck.
I think she gets it.
Of course, when you do moves like that, you do run the risk of disqualification, but they came so fast and so sudden. You cannot blame the referee for not calling for that bell. Klein with the elbow right to the midsection, breaks the hold. No, Stormie Lee goes right back forward. Klein with a 3rd one. Again with the hair pull. The referee makes the warning, but it is not fast enough on the draw to really notice that she's doing it. And for a cover, you saw Klein come out at the 2. Lee now looking for wear down holds. Got her, looks like a reverse chin lock. Center of the ring, driving the knee into the center of the back. Right between the shoulder blades. Drives it again with impact. Right between the shoulder blades. A second time, switching the knees. And Stormie Lee is enjoying her work. She's got a little bit of a cravat now, but Klein was able to come out of it and turns it into a jawbreaker. Not very often that you see the pretty badass in jeopardy. Stormie Lee has accomplished what many women have not. They have placed the pretty badass in jeopardy in this match. Looks like she brought it down the front face smash. Lee was able to roll through. Don't know how much impact she was able to get off of that. Klein picks her up, takes her to the rope, shoots her in. Looks like her ducker needs the big clothesline. But she did not miss that big right hand. And it looks like that right hand may have rocked her. It looks like that was a rock solid shot. Here comes that show of strength, walks her out. Reverse fall away slam. Does Kelly Klein, goes for the cover. 2. And barely, just barely, did the Queen of the Southeast get out. In her interview with the WPN, she talked about how good she is, and I at this point would be inclined to agree. I don't think it was anything other than sheer willpower that got on that reversal by Stormie Lee. Took her away from that suplex and got out of it, and hits her with another neck breaker, and she's wiping her nose. It looks like you see some red on the upper right thigh. Yeah. He's injured, busted open, and she is still going. Sit out, face smash. And there's a little bit of frustration there after that. Sit out, face smash can be good performance. Calls for it again. Klein is out. I think Lee is a little bit amazed that the drive that Kelly Klein has had, and let me tell you, ever since she has gone into this fighting machine mode that she has been something serious inside the ring, and they are trading shots, forearm shots, back and forth. Who is going to give first in this wrestler's exchange? Here's another forearm shot by Klein, the second one. Pulls her in. Like she's going for a snap suplex, and it rolls through right into that front face lock guillotine. It is the end of the match. Will she tap? And there it is. The tap. Klein taps out Stormie Lee in the middle of the ring. As stated, Stormie Lee was, I'm going to assume it was that rock solid right hand that caught the nose. And say what you will about Stormie Lee, she's arrogant, she's full of herself and all of that stuff. And I would be inclined to agree, and I think even Kelly Klein would go with me to say that she was an incredible competitor on this night.